My bangs look like shit. My hair looks like shit. I look like shit. So I'm gonna be talking about my fashion hot takes because I've seen a lot of other people do it, and yeah, I think it's cool.
Also, okay, my blue is completely green. I'm never using Arctic Fox blue again. So basically, what I have found out from my personal experiences with Karat, Arctic Fox green is good. This is Arctic Fox green. It's very good. Does not fade like at all. Arctic Fox pink is good. Arctic Fox black and blue, bad. I think they're only good with their lighter colors.
First hot take is, okay, recently I've been seeing a lot of people talk about how they dislike like candy and scene core and like over accessorizing basically, but I honestly think candy is really cool and impressive. Fucking obviously. So the first thing I want to say is I've been seeing a lot of people recently talk about like scene core and like Candy Kid, that like style, and a lot of people have been saying they don't really like it. I want to say I do like candy. I think candy's cool and impressive. Well, fucking obviously. Like, obviously I would say that. As long as you're not mislabeling yourself, then I don't have a problem with it. Because if you're like a Candy Kid, or if you are scene core and you're going around saying you're scene, I have a little issue with that, but that's the only thing I have an issue with. Which kind of leads me into my next thing that I want to say. People throw around the term poser and LARP so often, and it grinds my fucking gears. Generally, you shouldn't be wearing a band tee of a band you don't like, but I also think you shouldn't, like, no one should be policing it. No one should be, like, saying some shit like, name 5 songs. Shut the fuck up! Name 5 people who like you. Name 5 deodorant brands. Like, I hate people who call people posers and LARPs, and, like, I don't know, I skate. I can do an ollie and I can do a kickflip sometimes, but it takes me a little warm-up and a few attempts to get there, so I just tell people I can't do it, which leads to them saying things like poser and LARP. And it hurts my feelings. It hurts my little feelings. And also, there's a whole thing that can be said about people saying that other people are LARPing scene because they don't listen to scene music, when scene, the style scene, is actually not a music-based subculture. There is no really, like, there is really no such thing as scene music. Scene core, I'm pretty sure, is derived because people said that, like, the beats used in scene core songs sort of sound like rave music, which is where scene came to be, which, not saying you have to rave to be scene, but you don't, scene is not a music-based subculture. Most scene music came after the scene style. Also, I have seen, now that the new school year has started, I have seen so many fucking people wearing concealer that just does not match their skin tone at all. And, like, I don't know shit about makeup. I don't wear makeup. But it, like, is so frustrating, and I think it looks bad. Like, when people are wearing, like, yellow concealer. Like, yeah, authentic 2000s all you want, but I don't think we have to be that authentic. Also, on the topic of makeup, you don't need to wear makeup to be alternative. I can see how people would say that you need to wear makeup to be, like, traditional goth, or something like that, something along those lines, but I personally think you can do it without makeup, because I know people who wear traditional goth clothes every day do not do a full face of traditional goth makeup every day. And, like, I'm pretty sure you would have to wear makeup for Gyaru and, like, maybe clowncore, but I think that's about it. And also, I think not even clowncore. You can be clowncore without wearing makeup. Sorry. My next topic Dark academia should not be a fucking style. I'm so sorry. Dark academia should be a genre of books and, like, movies and maybe shows. And I think that's where it ends. Because, like, I don't understand why dark academia and light academia is a style. I feel like that's not... Like... I think we should find another word for the dark academia style, because academia, academic? How is being academic a style? Being academic and being, like, dark academic, it should have nothing to do with fashion. You just want to be Rory Gilmore so bad. You want to be Rory Gilmore so bad. You read The Secret History and a picture of Dorian Gray, and you want to live their lives. Like, I don't know, it just makes me mad. Call it Rory Gilmore. Don't call it dark academia, because don't call it dark academia. You cannot be punk. You cannot be goth. And I think there's others that I'm blanking on, probably. If you support Trump. Or if you are a fascist. If you're a racist, sexist, homophobic, can't be punk, can't be goth. And I'll tell you exactly why. I'll tell you exactly fucking why. Because the punk ideals are to not do any of those things. The core beliefs of people who are punk is to rebel against, like, dictatorship and suffocating government. So how are you gonna look at me and say, there is a real life dictator in this world, there is a real man who is a fascist, and you're gonna support him and still try to be punk? You can't fucking do it. Being goth, the whole goth the whole goth culture is rooted in the world is fucked, but there is still beauty in it. There's no beauty in being fucking homophobic, racist pig. There's no beauty in being a fascist. You can't be goth and you can't be goth and be fucking... You can't be goth and be Republican. You can't be goth and be a fascist. You can't be goth and be racist. You can't be punk and be any of those things. They hate fascism. You can't be a fascist and be like, actually, I'm one of you. That's not how that works. That's not how that works. Side note, you can't be punk and rich. You can't be punk if you're rich. You can't be punk if you have over $1 million. And, okay, this isn't a fashion hot take, but I gotta say it. Green Day isn't punk anymore. Green Day performed Coachella 2025. After Coachella became a completely brand thing. Punk's actually one of the core beliefs of punk is that they hate capitalism. So why did you collab with 7-Eleven and Coachella if you hate capitalism? Raises my eyebrow. I do believe Green Day is punk music, or has punk songs. I don't think they're fully punk music, or what punk music currently is. And I do believe they used to be punk. But as of 2026, Green Day is not punk. Next topic. There are very few people who can wear anime shirts without looking like Jeffrey from Class of 09. Sorry. And honestly, no, not even in a hateful way, because I used to, like, get up in the morning and be like, I'm gonna wear my Demon Slayer shirt to school today, or my My Hero Academia shirt to school today. That's what I'm gonna do. And I regret it. I regret it a lot. Like, I just think wearing anime shirts, there are very few people who can pull it off. There are people who can pull it off, though. Like, specifically, scene kids I've seen wear graphic tees, and I think, yeah, the graphic could be an anime. Like, I think a scene kid could pull it off. But if you're just pairing that with some blue jeans, I got an issue. I'm sorry. Sorry. I just don't think it's very cool. I don't think it's very cool. I don't think it's alternative at all. And also, Cute core. Cute core is a good style. No, in all seriousness though, I think cute core is cool. I think a lot of people do it wrong. I think cute core rooms are cool. A lot of the stuff I have, I got when I wanted to have a cute core room, and I used to be wannabe cute core. I would buy like Sanrio shirts and like jean skirts and whatever, and I would try my best to be cute core. I've now learned that I was in fact very far from cute core, and I have always kind of leaned more towards more like dark styles, if that makes sense. Like, I have always leaned towards the color black in my outfits. And I just want to say, like, I think cute core fashion is cool, and a lot of people get hate. And the day we learn the difference between Joji Fuku, Gyaru, Harajuku, and cute core is the day I can rest peacefully. So, you do not need to dye your hair to be alternative. I have dyed hair and I'm alternative. I like dyeing my hair, and my mom lets me dye my hair, and she's fine with me dyeing and bleaching my own hair. But there is no guidebook to being alternative. Therefore, there is no requirements, if that makes sense, besides, I don't know, probably listening to alternative music. Which I can so give recommendations of. I'm literally repping the Circa Survive right now. I think the only requirement to being alternative is listening to alternative music. You don't even have to wear black. You don't even have to wear black. Like, in all seriousness, you don't even have to wear black. You don't even have to purchase a studded belt. You don't have to do anything. Your style is your own style. You don't have to dye your hair. If your mom doesn't let you dye your hair, it's fine. Like, and if you just don't want to dye your hair because you don't want to ruin your hair, it's fine. Honestly, it's fine. I think that's about it. So, peace out. Love you lots. Guys, blow up my videos. I want to be famous.
My chair fell over when I stood up. This is the downside of wearing so many accessories every day. I was literally like jingling in PE when I was running. It was a whole mess.